What's up everyone, it's HK Gaming. Today I have for you another build. Since there are not that many people still playing the Clawbringer, so I figures why don't I just start making a build about it. And the skill Storm Dragon's Judgment is super cool. I should get a build just for this. Let's start off with the skills. I'm using the Clawbringer, of course, with Sabbomancer. And then we'll be using the Storm Dragon's Judgment as our action skill. And then we'll have the Off of the Thunder for the bonus lightning damage. We'll have the maximum war capacity too. Because the buff that we'll be applying will decrease the damage from fire, so I'm not gonna put any points here. And we are not gonna do a lot of gun damage, so yeah. And then Dragon Aura, this is a very decent bonus damage in the Clawbringer. I mean, there isn't any other better choice, to be honest. The skill tree are kind of lame for this class, but still. We're gonna put 3 points here for the extra cooldown. And then we'll have this kill skill, killing enemies with melee attack, or whenever our companion kills an enemy with his claw, someone lighting up that seeks out a new enemy during the lighting ability damage. This is just some extra damage. And then we'll have the Storm Breath for the extra lighting damage and the damage reduction for better survivability. And then this is the main damage bonus that we'll be getting. After doing the lighting damage, we'll gain increased critical hit chance, and then if we do fire damage, we gain the critical hit damage. And then for the Sabbomancer, I'm putting on haste with the bonus movement speed and the melee attack speed as well. And then this one, the faster we move, the more damage we do. And then we have the melee damage, spell damage, and gun damage increase here. And then we have the Explore the Weakness, so when we apply status effects, we do bonus damage. And then Shadow Stab, when we kill our next melee attack, is guaranteed a critical hit. And then Number Fingers, whenever we do melee damage, fire rate and spell damage increase. And then lastly, we'll put the Chemical Agent here, so we can apply the status effects and do bonus damage. And then for the myth rank, it's just the same, nothing special to talk about. And then for the hero stat, I'm messing out the critical damage and the status damage, since the skill itself doesn't do enough damage to burst down some of the boss. So I'm putting status damage to get a little bit of bonus there. And then you can put the rest on the spell cooldown. And then for the items, we'll be using the Spell Blade. That's the only, I've tested many weapons, that's the only weapon that will give us enough damage to play the Storm Dragons. So yeah, I wish they have a better melee weapon choice, but this is what we're using. On action skill star, increase spell damage by 40%. And then Livewire, of course, is the melee meta. So while action skill is active, increase our lightning damage by 50%. And then for the second gun, we'll be using this to apply these status effects and the lighting damage bonus. On spellcast, increase damage by 15% for 10 seconds. And then the rest of the guns is just whatever you want to use. And then for the ring, I'm using the melee damage with melee critical hit damage, while War is full effects increased by 66%. I'm thinking of getting that DLC ring with spell damage, since it can has almost like 40 something spell damage, I believe. But I couldn't get a very good ring, so this is what I'm using it right now. I think it could use some improvement with the spell damage, but I'm not quite sure because I haven't got a very good ring yet, so this is what I'm using it right now. But if this is fine for Chaos 35, then I think that's good enough for now. Maybe if I get a better ring in the future, I'll be updating the build video. And then for the ward or shell, I'll be using this to have that 10% lightning damage, and then have a little bit resistance. Regenerate plus 10% of your maximum health per second when our ward is full to get a better survivability. Our national skill star also increase our damage deal by 20% for 20 seconds. And then for the armor piece, this is quite important to get this perfect one. We'll have the Clawbringer power and the Sabbomancer power, and we got the two most important skill bonus on our skill tree. One is odd and one is off of the thunder. And then we have the melee damage, all damage deal, and melee critical hit chance. Ability damage and spell damage are also increased by 35% of your increased melee damage. So the melee damage bonus that we have on here will also apply to the spell damage and ability damage. That will give us bonus on this action skill. And then we'll have the lightning damage and the claw power, and then 30% all damage deal. Whenever we cast a spell, we reduce the cooldown by 20%. Whenever a skill is on cooldown, spell damage increased by 30%. And then of course we have the buff master, lightning damage, 2 spell charges, and bong and sieve for the bonus damage. That's it for the build. I'll leave the combat footage at the end. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe. That will really help my channel to keep it running. Leave a like if you enjoyed the build. Don't forget to leave a comment to let me know what you think about the build as well. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
It's so hard to open my eyes. I'm blind to the light from the sky. I'm dealing with things I can't write, and all of you know it's been no easy road. But I keep working harder, going harder just to prove something. Burning out, I can't do shit for weeks, guess I prove nothing. Everybody wants my work for free, I know you have the money. Things are looking different, I'm not putting up with you, not anymore. And I know you think you still can take advantage, and you always took my humbleness for granted. But I know my worth, you can't take that away from me. And I know you think you still can take advantage, but it hasn't worked out like you fucking planned it. 'Cause I know my worth, you can't take that away from me. Lost myself, now I'm fully disguised. My heart got bruised up, so I put it on ice. Been told that I wouldn't make it in this life, but now all of you see there's so much room for me. And I know you think I still can take advantage, and you won't